Danny Segura for MMAFighting.com here in Mexico City with Jeremy Stevens, who will be fighting in the main event of UFC Mexico City against Yair Rodriguez. Jeremy, first of all, how are you? How you been, and how long have you been in Mexico for?
I'm light, tight, ready to fight, and I've been here almost 6 weeks, training in Zacatecas. We just got here yesterday, and it's been an amazing time. Feel good, ready to rock.
Yeah. And how has your experience been in Mexico? I know you've been here before, but how has your experience been, gearing up for a fight? Because I assume it must be different, right?
Still beautiful. Love this country, man. Love being here. Love everything about Mexico. Love the people. And like I said earlier, no one's told me how gorgeous Zacatecas really is. Once I got there, I have a nuevo tío, and he opened up everything for us. The presidente, the mayor, hooked it up, and just really wanted to be down here to embrace myself amongst culture, amongst people, and I feel like I have a new family. I was embraced with open arms, and it's been a tremendous experience. And at this point in my life, I'm glad I got to take this experience. It's totally something way out of the norm, and I love being here. I enjoyed this beautiful country.
Was that part of your bucket list? Because I know you're very proud of your Mexican heritage, and your wife is Mexican. Was that part of the bucket list? Like, hey, look, I want to get a fight in Mexico.
Who doesn't want to fight here in Mexico? If not, I guess most people probably are like scared of the altitude. But what the fuck is altitude? When you have beautiful people like this taking care of you, and just the culture, I embrace these things. These things are like home to me. But to come out here in Mexico and actually put myself amongst the people and the experiences and do something completely out of the norm, it just goes to show you how crazy I am. I took this fight like that. And Yair was duck, dodging, dipping, and took him a week and a half just to even respond. So, I wanted to be here. I chose to be here. I am here, and I feel like this is my home.
And how'd you link up with the guys over at Zacatecas, El Teco Quiñones, Macio Fujian, right?
Sí, Teco Quiñones is mi amigo, mi training partner, socio, and all them guys. He was born in Zacatecas, yeah. And if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have a nuevo tío. So. He opened the doors, and this is his home. And anytime they come to the States, bro, I always say, hey, you're welcome at my house. They've came over, we've hung out, we've enjoyed food together, and to come here in a whole other country and get that type of return, I owe him a lot. He's the man there. We did a lot of stuff, and they embrace him there. He's all over the walls. He trains hard too, and it was amazing. Yeah. I'm glad. I'm thankful.
Something a lot of people might not know, but Yair, who won the first season of The Ultimate Fighter Latin America, Teco Quiñones was there, Macio Fujian was there as well. So you're basically training with guys that know Yair, that have known him for a while. Yeah.
Pero es mi hermanos.
Yeah,
so, whose side are they on? Who they choose? And even if anything was ever even like muy raro, like, what are they going to say? Kid hits fucking hard. He's been dropping KO and training partners. He outworks us all. I put in work. I don't mean that in a disrespectful way, but I'm there before him. I'm there after him. I'm putting in work late at night. What are they gonna tell him? Kid's a fucking beast. Sure. So yeah, it's nothing.
But I guess on the flip side, have you taken anything away from training with them, because they know Yair pretty well? So.
Yeah, I didn't even ask them a single question about Yair. It's not even about that. They know what they're getting into when they're fighting me, and I know what I'm getting into. I didn't ask them to switch sides. At the end of the day, they're still friends. Yeah. I have nothing personal against Yair. He's a great, tremendous competitor, but he's still a kid. He's not a man. He doesn't know how to fight like a man, and I'm gonna treat him accordingly.
Yeah. And something that bothered you that I saw you mentioned to ESPN. Yair said a comment that he was the new school, you were the old school, and you didn't like that. Why?
No, it's not that I didn't like it, but what is new school? What are you throwing new kicks? No. Are you throwing new punches? No. Are you throwing anything that Bruce Lee hasn't? No. Ask yourself this question. How does a guy like me, 17 years in the game, 12 years with UFC, continue to be on main events and put people to fucking sleep with multiple different limbs, not just a right hand? Everybody knows I'm a power puncher. How do I have knee knockouts? I have more exciting. Check out my highlight reel compared to his. I guarantee you more people are going to say, damn, that kid's a fucking beast. That one's better. And I've been doing it for years. You're a new kid in the game, bro. I was 21 years old on my 21st birthday, mi cumpleaños, here in the UFC. You're 24. You're still a kid. You got a long way to grow. You have a bright future, but it's going to be fucked up when I knock you out, and who knows if you're going to even return from that.
Do you prefer these kind of matchups because you've versed some OGs, right? Renan Barao, Jose Aldo, but you've also versed the Duho Choi's, the Young Bucks. Do you almost prefer facing the guys that are coming up, or
I like money, man. You know, I'm here to take care of my family and put anybody to sleep. Line them up. You know, it doesn't matter. Young buck, old buck. I'm a beast in the game, and I'll beast you any fucking day of the week. So I mean, line them up. I don't care. That doesn't matter to me.
For sure. And a lot has been made about Yair's style. Very exciting, but very unorthodox. You know, people say, oh, you know, there's no one like him. It's hard to train for him. But in your last fight, you fought Zabit. And a lot of people say he has a very similar style to Yair's. You know, a lot of the kicks, right, the spins. Do you agree with that? And did that fight, you know, did you take anything from that fight into this one?
Of course, yeah. You know, I take away the fact that I beat Zabit. You know, I was breaking him. You know, he hit me in the nuts and then tried to come out flashy. Maybe that's how he stole the first round. Footwork. Went and trained with Tony Ferguson. He said my footwork sucked, so we worked on it. You know, I break this kid. This kid's, he's got 5 rounds in there with me. And not to mention, Yair backed out of a fight with Zabit and got cut. And then he had to go cry to his dad, Dana, and be like, oh, take me back, take me back. Now you're fighting a guy who just fought a guy just like you. I have the experience of 3 rounds being in there. You've never been in there with a guy like me. Not as smart as me, not as tenacity as me, not as great cardio. I can put you out with any moment, and he knows that. Because as soon as he gets hit, he's going to get on his bicycle, then he's going to get cut off and ran over.
Yeah, and you know, you've mentioned the rounds here. It seems you almost prefer the 5 rounds. That's the vibe. That's the vibe I'm kind of getting from you.
Yeah, for sure. You know, because then, like, what? Has anybody ever taken the dog out of me? You ever seen anybody slam me on my head and bust up my eyes so swollen? Fuck no. I fought Frankie Edgar. I got up. What do you take me down? 12 times, 8 times, 9 times. I got up every single fucking time. You know, I have better wrestling than this kid. I have better striking. People talk about his thing on the feet. I'm gonna pick him apart on the feet as well. So to me, you know, it's just another day in the park.
Yeah, and you're known for your style. I mean, you always bring it. You're always moving forward. There was a lot made about Yair's last finish. You know, Korean Zombie was up on the scorecards, and a lot of people say, look, if you just take your foot off the pedal, you could have won that fight. But instead, you went in for the kill. And you know, we saw what happened. Do you take anything into consideration, or are you gonna maybe hold back a little bit, knowing that, you know, Yair can pull something off?
Hold back.
I'm guessing no.
You're not speaking my language now,
yeah,
man.
No.
Yeah, don't be a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
You know, I'm smart. You know, Zombie's not. What's his name? Zombie. Boot. Dead. You know, that's dumb. You know, I don't know who was winning the fight. Whatever. I've seen the fight. That was just dumb. You know, I'm not dumb, and I'm a lot different fighter than Zombie. So, tune in.
Yeah, for sure. And again, this is going to be an amazing show, headlining UFC Mexico City. Can you tell the fans why they should tune in? You know, there's so many cards these days, Bellator, UFC, etc. But it seems this fight, this matchup, has the recipe for fight of the night for sure, and maybe even fight of the year, right?
Because you got to tune in, because they won't play my highlight reel unless, like, either right before I come out. I've been putting people out since I was 16 years old in highlight fashion. I plan on doing nothing different. The kids from Chihuahua, I'm sure his countrymen are going to be cheering him on, but it's not going to save them. And we're 2 exciting fighters moving up in the ranks. I have nothing against them, but I'm here to win, and I'm here to win in highlight fashion. That's exactly what I'll do.
All right, Jeremy, well, I appreciate your time, and
thank you, sir.
Best of luck on Saturday, and I'm looking forward to that fight.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.